being in command of every damn thing.
I'm sorry, it was a joke. Wasn't even a very good one.
And because I'm not as stupid as I am, I'm really not. But I've enjoyed being this way. Now I'm going back to being Mina. And I want
Okay,
to
thank you.
just me.
I'm sorry. It was
Mina.
I'm
Look what you
sorry.
did.
I'm sorry,
I'm
but
sorry.
I just
Fine,
needed
we'll
the
block.
truth
It's all good.
taken out.
Yep, we got this.
What
We
the
got this.
fuck just happened?
Nope.
I don't
I
know.
don't.
I
I'm so
really don't either.
confused.
I'm going to bed.
Mina
Oh,
made a
good
grown.
night, Mina. I'm just gonna die. It's fine. I'll just.
Sleep well.
Oh god, I think he
How would you
died.
not?
Oh no.
I got a perfect reaction to this one second.
Just step on my neck and then my misery. Just do it.
Alright, bet. Hold on, I got you.
Bet.
Alright.
Oh,
It-
crunch.
ow, I was joking. Don't actually
Oh,
do it.
oh.
Well.
Well, you shouldn't have said it in the
Ow.
first place.
I did.
Here, do you
Okay.
want fire or do you want fire?
Oh.
I'm
You know
sorry.
what?
Hold
I'm
on.
very sorry. I shouldn't have took everything out on you.
I'm sorry,
sorry.
Mina. I love you. Please don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. It's just I had been holding that in forever, and
Mina,
never knew when I was going to be the right time to tell the truth. And you just
should we just
blurted
forget
out.
that
You
he's
just
playing
blurted
here?
it out.
Okay.
Yep, we're good.
I'll just be here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
If I
That's
just
fine,
lay
okay.
here.
if I
you
just lay here,
Y'all are the
Alright.
worst. Lie with me and just forgive
Zachary,
the
I think I
world.
need some head pats.
I hate it so much.
let's see. I think.
Something up, I probably would have helped, but the killing everything
What
in
would
the
River
damn
do?
volcano didn't work. Okay?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is awkward.
You want me to make one of those containers so that you can make it little, so we can.
I'm leaving.
Yes, make
What do you mean?
a couple of them
Ass,
because
come
we're
back.
gonna.
You need to paint
No,
us like
no,
one of your
that's-
friends' girls.
I don't have a French girl. I have a wolf girl.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're fine.
Everything is
It's
fine.
okay. I mean, if you look
Let's die
French, I
here.
would definitely paint you like a French woman that I might know. But okay, nope. And my kid is not French. Nope. Nope. Burn that
be dead.
picture.
Thank you.
Okay, why are
Um,
you like rubbing your side?
Oh,
Rick?
shit.
Are you okay? Do you have cramps?
Question.
Yes.
I'm going to put it in the box and see if you can see it. Then I know.
I'm
Um,
disappointed again.
No, if you put it down, Damien can make them smaller. Damien, she's got better items that.
Just one second. Go back. Do it again. Do it again.
Hold
Where's
more.
Damien?
Damien's directly behind you.
Damien,
Please.
these boxes hold 200.
1 second. Sorry. Doing it again. No.
All of these chests hold 200. What I have in my pocket holds 400, but would need to be shrunk. But my worry is that other people would not be able to move them, if you understand.
Nobody else should be moving them.
So I'll have
What do you have? Oh yeah, yeah.
they hold 400 each, so they
Hey, how
cannot
are
be
you?
Good. How you doing?
Oh my god,
It's-
okay.
wherever you
it's.
put them.
Are we doing rug time?
No, they're trying to seduce
Yes.
each other.
Yeah.
I was
No, I'm
thinking
dead.
back here. Oh,
We don't have to do that. It's
what
already
about
done.
back on the back wall?
That's it,
Wow.
yeah, that's
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't
What
need
are you
to
doing
care
to
about your
him?
mating patterns.
Dead.
Sir, please get up before they do anything wrong. They've already humped your neck and everything else.
I
I'm
did not
really
hump
sorry.
his neck.
Oh,
That's not
but
what happened.
Dirty boy did. Anyway,
Dirty
please,
boy.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. Good night.
Okay.
Now they're looting my corpse. This is fine.
Rick, your girl's leaving.
go with your woman.
Go, go check on your mate.
We don't have any brimstone. Holy crap.
Wait,
Alright,
is
let's
Blueberry
do
is
it.
there?
Just got
Hold
some
up,
more.
hold
Where?
up, Rick.
There's like
Hold
7K.
up, Rick.
Where's the
fact
tar.
that you didn't fucking deny
And
that.
it was in here.
Mm.
Oh God,
Where
I've
the
been
fuck
working.
is all of our tar? What the fuck?
I'm telling you, there was tar in here also, a shitload of
Whenever
it.
someone sees my
It's
wife,
fine.
tell her that I died thinking of her.
Oh, I'm
did
glad I
not.
was on your mind when you got rigor mortis.
If only there was something.
Okay, he's gonna make me feel worse every 5 seconds.
I wouldn't worry about it, Mina.
I am worried about it because
No.
I really didn't need to explode. It just happened and I feel horrible already. Please, sir, get up.
There's. Don't worry.
leave
When
him.
I
Leave him
tell
in the-
River what you did, she's gonna be
I
very
feel
grateful.
my soul skirting at these very spirited coals.
I'm the worst
To my-
fucking man on earth. Please get up.
I hear the voice. It's
I have
drawing me away from the
no
light.
choice. They're all doing super well. How do you think that made me feel? Even worse. Shit. Now I've done got you all upset. Good
It's
to
okay.
be
I
all
feel
in a cave.
better now. If you help me up, then I'll be better.
How do I help you up? It's usually your woman's job.
Offer me your hand.
Oh, okay, hold on. I can't even straighten myself out.
Mina, it's a trick. Don't do it.
No, stop. Don't go.
Wow, so passionate.
I don't know what to tell you, okay? Oh, these ones, okay.
Actually, I think she's right.
I have been resurrected by the good lady Mina's efforts.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mina.
I truly am sorry for exploding.
Someone took my shoes.
The wolf boy, the bad little wolf boy. It's okay, y'all missed it today. I call him
No.
little.
Not Rick, surely not Rick. He was my favorite. He was the chosen one.
He is. He's a perfect boy.
Steals my shoes.
Oh my god.
That's a good pick.
If you need more, I'll get more.
No, it's okay.
Isa, are you good now? Is your dagger issue resolved? Is it gone? Are you good?
Yes, I'm good.
Excellent.
How did that happen? What happened? Do tell, I want to know.
Let's know what.
How, he did to get it out?
Oh, you mean the dagger? No, that's not resolved, but don't worry about it.
That was what he just asked you!
Yes, resolved it, and you said
I
no.
thought he meant something else, I don't know.
Okay. Are you not worried about it?
No, not at all. Absolutely fine.
That's,
Great.
He's definitely not killing me slowly.
please, for the
No,
love
If
of
you
God.
don't get it, that's sarcasm.
I'm just saying because
Do you want
you
one
know
more and put it in the
time
corner,
is passing.
corner-wise?
You
Yes.
seem making a big deal out of it, Halvoran.
Hmm?
You should, if it's that important to her, she'll take care of it.
All right.
No, she will fucking let it go until she's bleeding out.
But that's her choice.
Can we
I
like
choose
schedule
death.
something?
I've been making myself available.
There. Alright, Artemis, I'll let you figure that out.
Thank you. Sorry, I have a bunch of the stuff in my pockets. I'm just trying to clean. I do this. I clean them once a day.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be in.
Wanted to get some shaped wood as well.
Oh, I have some. Here. Let me just. Put if those go into the like the armor's bench, put them in the armor's bench.
What I?
Where do you want 50k of?
Where the fuck is the tar?
Leather.
Well, we only need so much leather, right?
I don't know. I'm not the one making armor and everything.
No, I'm telling you, we only need so much armor. Or so much leather. Like at a certain point, it's more armor than we need. More leather than we need.
So does it turn into something else?
No. It's a byproduct.
So split it in half and throw it away.
I have like another 50,000 in my pocket, so just whip it on the floor.
Does any of the other households need it?
I doubt it. Leather's always a byproduct.
Okay, just was making sure before I toss it out of my pocket. What if we sold it? No, wouldn't
No,
sell
we
it.
don't buy it.
That hurt me more than your 11. I didn't go hide it in my
What are you
room.
looking for? I got it. I'm sorry. I'm sorting.
So are we just picking these empty chests up now?
Yes, not the one with my stuff in it, though.
Okay, this one still has 3 things in it.
Which one?
The big giant.
That's mine there. So.
Okay, this is interesting.
What?
The key chest that has everything else in it, and only 1 key.
Yeah, we need to make more keys.
Okay, am I losing it or one just?
Raptor, thank you for the biddies. I saw that there was a pox alt.
By the way, each one of these can also be named. That should help also.
Yes, I'm working on it. Where the fuck is the grinder?
I haven't seen it. It used right here. No, that's part of that. Oh, I have no fucking idea. No, I don't see it at all. Do I need to? You're getting one or you're pretty confident?
Can you get one?
Yes, I'll get it wrong. Where would you like to play?
Back in the corner over here. Because I just there's a lot of stuff that I grind, right? Like just here is fine.
Is that okay?
Mhm.
I'd like to know why I have a chicken in my pocket. must have picked something up and it had a chicken in it.
Is it at least laying the egg?
It's a chicken and it's beside the chest I picked up, so I must have not have seen the chicken when I picked up the chest. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't even know what to do with the chicken or the chest. I swear I'm going to put it in here in the special. Just watch everybody laugh.
I really thought we had more stuff, but okay.
Leave the chicken in there. Where do you want this chest I pick up?
I don't know, but I think I'm going to learn to cast gun.
Oh? You want me to make you bullets?
I don't know. I may learn to cast cannon.
Oh, I don't know how to. Well, yes, I do, but I'm not saying I do. Nope, I don't know how.
Shall we just head straight up? I would not wish to just invade.
I hear.
Ah, there you are, Karen.
Hell no.
Oh, Satoshi.
How are
Find it alright.
you doing okay there, bud?
Oh, hello.
Did you find the college?
Good day, Your Majesty.
I
Make
did,
'em in.
but I had a little run-in.
Kind of
He,
getting into it with the workshop, so.
he wouldn't give me a job today. So
How went your
I thought they already gave you one today.
meeting?
Better than expected, actually.
Ah, you're back.
Did you go and talk to the locals for their favors?
Their reason for
yes, I
not liking to show themselves to you is actually because of the way that their summons was worded. They're being of pride, very, very prideful. And thus they do not wish to submit easily, if that makes sense.
Pride
They
will
do
be
wish
their downfall.
to- I agree.
Let her
I've
finish.
also made that known. In their pride, they simply wish to do what they are here for, which is to be a sanctuary, to help others. Though I personally feel that is not entirely the case. Yes, they are healers, and yes, they wish to help others. They wish to give and help, but they also. I'm sure there's a price within there somewhere. Nothing is free. Ever.
If it is free,
Um,
it means you are the product.
Correct. And after seeing that transformation myself, a being turning into a large bat tends to be quite alarming for most.
You turned into
What?
a bat.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Miss
apologies.
Aya did so, yes.
So I turned into a large bat. A gray one or another color?
It was a large gray bat, from what I can see.
That does not mean anything. Shifting is extraordinarily common amongst magical creatures. It is taught amongst the Alliance because it is a protection against being used as reagents.
I see. Thank you for
Gotcha.
teaching me so.
We have some history, although most of the foreign histories are not
Oh,
included
yeah.
in our national histories here.
Yes. Most of those here, I believe, within our lands can shift. The Miramar itself was designed, brought together just as you said,
Interesting.
as a way to keep hidden us of magical beings.
Well, thank you for teaching me so. They do simply seem to state that they do not wish to be under the kingdom's control, as they have put it. They do wish to work with the kingdom, but they wish for simply where their home is.
There
While
will
they
be
have
no
stated,
Damien, please continue.
as though they have stated that they wish to claim the entirety of the river, they are willing to speak and only claim where their home is, to leave things be, as they've said. Another man, a liaison as he wished to put it, said that he would gladly pay a price for such. Trade lands so that the sanctuary may continue without the kingdom claiming forth the land it is upon.
One moment.
So that the force.
Go back.
Mhm.
You said the liaison said what? There was something you said.
Oh, the liaison said he was willing to give payments for such if you would allow, for the land. Purchase it from the kingdom.
That is not how land is exchanged at a national level.
Correct. But it is something that was brought up to the table. They also wish to speak directly to you, Your Majesty, if you would be so inclined to allow such.
They
Maybe
have?
at a late, but the Don wishes to speak on behalf of the sanctuary, so that the pride of the sanctuary does not become a conflict.
And who was this liaison? Would you be able to describe him?
Sorry. Yes. Xerxes.
The one of the
He is not a liaison for them, he is the college's liaison. I understand.
He simply wishes to assist with the sanctuary, as he has been working very closely with them, as he has put it.
Alvin, did you know your associate is a...
working against you.
Well, I don't know if that is the case. I think he is acting
That's a bit drunk.
in very much the same way Yora is acting for us.
That seems to be his goal.
That's his prerogative.
Of course. Please speak freely. I am in your home, not the other way around.
Are you ever going to tell me where you live, little boy? So you run off and don't speak?
Well, she is more than welcome to come here. I am not going to be summoned by them. That is the issue.
Yes.
As I
Yes.
have stated, if I am going there, it is because I am going there to declare war on them.
That is also what I have mentioned, that you are of royalty, you would not approach them, and that she was summoned, and thus she should, if she feels that it is proper, come to see you. Her problem seems to be with the idea of authority.
The problem is, no authority would have been needed if they had not simply stayed as they were and did as they do without trying to claim the land.
It was more so how the letter was written.
Yes.
Correct.
Well, here, you can read the letter.
Yora,
The letter-
can I ask, did you
This one
ask
here.
them why they set up shop here? Why in our territory? Why not elsewhere?
This book, I have a copy
no.
of my letter and a copy of her response inside of it. I keep good records.
I did not. No, I did not ask why they have chosen this spot. But
Of
I
course she
feel
had
it
an
is
issue with
similar
the word
to.
order.
I feel it is similar to my own reason for setting up where I did. I simply did not know.
Which is understandable. That's why the summons was issued. But for them, they knew. They absolutely knew, which is why they came here to contest territory. Now, if they wish to come, and this is the offer that I had originally wanted to discuss with them. They wish to come and form a noble house and have control over a portion of territory. All they need do is swear an oath of fealty, as all the other houses have.
Understood. I would have brought such to the table, but since I did not know, Your Majesty, that this was on the table for them, I did not wish to bring such forth. I am not here to speak for you. I'm merely your mouthpiece for the time being.
No, and I appreciate it, and it wasn't something I had wished for you to bring to them. But the last time we had civil strife in such a manner, the leader of that rebellion ended up buried in a coffin, still alive, probably still there.
With the amount of blood and coffins within the sanctuary, I don't think that would be a problem.
Most people don't like being buried alive, though.
I understand.
It's not like there is no unclaimed land anywhere. They could have set up their shop literally anywhere else.
In fact,
they could have literally eat north and been perfectly fine.
It is the tip of the river to the piece of the mountain that is green. That is the only part of snow of the territory, but it is part of the ancient hunting grounds and part of the kingdom of Night Hollow, and has been for 200 years. Just because it is pretty does not mean they get to buy it.
Nor does it mean we will simply just give it up. It is sacred land.
It is also part of our ley lines network.
I see.
It is part of the protection of the kingdom. The land is not something they can just take. There is no issue with people living here. That has never been an issue. There is no issue with people ascending to noble houses. It is a common practice here.
We do not have issue with people protecting the lands, or people protecting those within the lands. We give issue with people disrespecting the house, the kingdom, and trying to claim something that is not theirs to claim.
And their issue with the word order, they come with arrogance and they will be received with arrogance. We don't play these games.
Yes, and sadly, arrogance and not knowing is not an excuse.
I agree with you entirely, actually. I merely think that it is their pride that will simply be their undoing. I can see about speaking with them some more now that I have come here and shared what I have.
So Ferris, what is your take on the situation? You were there.
It has to be part of healer training, right? It has to be.
It must be.
You flatter me, Zepharis. Thank you.
Yes, we don't wish to martyr them. This is the issue. It is a child declaring themselves ruler of all they purvey. They're going to get put in their place, but it must be done gently. And again, I have a pack of wolves that would be ready to rip their throats out if they continue on this path. I have had to put down too many rebellions in the human cities that dealing with this is bitter in my mouth.
Shall we return then with answer? I will go with them. I will go in animal form, so they do not know who is with. They simply know that an animal has escorted with
For
them.
the record, I vote against that idea.
What is the burden you were speaking of?
Oh, right. She was speaking of the. So, in a diplomatic sense, apologies. It is that a it is a mentality of, as long as I am here, I am not your problem. If you are over there, if I am over here, I am not your problem. If you are over there, you are not my problem mentality that she wants to keep to.
Then
It is
she should
No.
not
it
have
is
come
with
here
such.
declaring what she
That
declared.
is exactly as I see it. But I had to, in speaking to her, pretend that I did not know of her declaration.
Well,
Now
here,
that she knows that I've come here to speak, it is easier for me to be more forward.
the difficulty is she is my problem. She is a resident of my kingdom. I have full responsibility for her and her sisters and all who pass through her house.
Yes.
She does not get to act as if she is not my problem. It is my responsibility. This is my domain.
She does not get to freely act as a
She does
warden
not
of the
understand.
land either. There are repercussions for her actions that we must deal with as well.
Correct. Xerxes did state that he would like a few days. As mentioned, he does indeed wish to potentially pay for the land. Maybe not as a way of buying the land, but to work with it as a way of him paying tribute to the kingdom to show that they are willing to work with the kingdom. If it is a way to work it in such a manner, it is potential that this could come to a agreement on both ends, a compromise of sorts.
The arrangement would still leave them subject to the kingdom's laws, which they don't want.
They do not understand. At this point, I am going to demand an oath of
Mm,
fealty from them. That is what is going to happen. They will become a noble house and they will swear an oath of fealty. Otherwise, I
mm.
have issues of rebellions and annexation and wars of independence, and I will not have that.
Yes. To give to one is to give to all. And we
Correct.
cannot
I had
afford.
also mentioned such. That if you were to let one group buy land off of the edge of your kingdom, then what of the next? And the next? And the next? I did bring this up. They seem to
Yeah.
not understand this concept.
Now, if that is something that they are insistent upon, I will allow them to. What is the term? What is it when administer the territory under the Kingdom of Night Hollow as a county? I have no issue with this. It has been done many times in the past. Territory is often administered by their noble houses, but it falls again
Hmm.
under the kingdom.
Yes.
But again, they need to swear an oath of fealty. I will not tolerate any sort of behavior from those who decide to declare independence. No. In fact, it is better to have an administrative county than to have to manage it all myself. I have spun off many duchies
Hmm.
and such in the past.
Yes, I would agree.
I
I see
also
no
agree.
harm in this, so long as they are willing to agree.
Again, an oath of
But
fealty, understanding that their bannermen come to this kingdom's aid, that they act as behalf of us. That is what
it
it
is
means.
a pride I am concerned about, though. Pride is something that often makes a giant fall.
If I'm understanding Artemis right, and correct me if I don't, you're saying that while they are in your territory, they do not get to be the neutral healer spot that they
No.
would like to.
No, they do not get to be neutral here. They are part of the kingdom. They will be part of the kingdom. They are large enough that they should be a house. I am not dealing with a neutral healing school. A neutral healing association that will bring my enemies into my gate. To heal them. I'm not dealing with it. If they wish to be neutral, move to neutral territory.
Yes.
I'll
I
make sure
agree with
such is
that.
none. I agree with such entirely, Your Majesty.
Welcome to the kingdom, Yoro. Very useful.
Thank
Indeed.
you.
You were not what I was expecting when we found those, foundations you'd laid. Are you in need of, I know a lot of people like to build, but do you have any interest in placeable housing? We have several extra.
I would not mind either way, to be quite honest. Be it what simple housing I have now or something nicer, it does not make a difference as long as I have a place where I can lay my head and I can relax. And
I
that's
have
all
an
I care
idea.
for.
I have an idea. Damien Artemis, hear me out here, alright? We demote River and we give Yora her job.
Oh my god, no.
I might have your head for once.
But have you seen the houses in the village? Because I know I have not seen your house, I only saw the foundations. But I know some people don't like to build.
No, I have not. I enjoy building.
Okay.
I do. But I don't really, it makes no difference either way, I should simply put.
It was more of just if
I
you were something you were looking for.
would
Oh.
state that being as the way you are choosing to build at the moment, that you're not building anything too big.
No, what I have is all I need.
I have seen what her house is at the moment, Johannes.
Get that lady in here.
Come. I'll show you the workshop.
Promise
And show
her
you-
anything. No, I don't mean like in this room, I mean in the castle.
Oh, do you wish to live in the keep?
Oh, goodness.
Do you wish to be in his bed? Sounds what he's asking.
Is this the mistress you want, my love?
Oh, dear.
Oh, you caught me. Whoops. I gave myself away.
Well, you're the one who said anything. You are in the keep, sir.
I do
Listen,
not jest.
that
We do
woman
have
speaks a lot of. That woman speaks a lot of
Come.
common sense. We need more of that.
There is a quarters available.
Ah, you know.
That is what I am asking. If you are interested, we do have paperwork if you would like to be part of the keep. Formal, stay separate. Either way, not an issue.
Actually,
I'm letting you know that's an option, though.
yeah.
Thank you. I will have
if you
to
would.
step over.
Where are you? There are rooms, as she said, that is available. But there's one in particular that I think you might get along with the person that would room next to you. Would you like to see?
Sure.
And it is in the basement, therefore you would not have to worry about daylight.
Oh, yes, you are correct, Nemi. Alright. I know this sounds really weird, but trust us, it's probably the most beautiful place in the keep.
Excuse you, I worked hard on our room.
Have you seen Nemi's little space?
I have, and it's cute for Nemi, but I wouldn't want to live there.
The space here is quite large. She has walled off a separate spot that you could room in. This is her area. But I'm sure if you spoke with her, you might be able to take the wall down and make this whole area something like this.
Nemi is a moth, Fae, so she does not like the light either.
The moth lady.
She's a Fae. Don't get on my hedgelings. I don't
Moth
have very
lady.
many. But
Look,
this whole
look,
section of the area
It's
is
over
open.
there sleeping.
Yes,
Look
you
how
can
cute.
see through here. It is a quite large area if you choose.
Which is why it was walled and to separate it into multiple rooms. There is the one upstairs, but there's windows.
Drapery is never a problem, but
There is
I
also
will.
placeable houses, and again, you don't need to sign paperwork. That is only if you wish to.
Mm,
If you wish
I
to come
will.
and go and utilize the workshop, we have keys just for that.
I, I was not expecting all of this, and thank you so much for your generosity. I will
You-
have to think this offer over.
You are a resident of the kingdom, and therefore that
Yes.
entitles you to utilizations of its benefits.
That, and you're already doing us a great service by negotiating with these upstarts, as is. Continue to prove your worth, and accommodations will continue to flow your way.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Within the kingdom here, might makes right.
But we try not
We
to
understand
use that as the first option.
Yes.
We literally brought her like to the most dungeony part of the dungeon. God damn, this woman hasn't even had a tour.
Well, we can do that, but I figured with her desire
Light
for the night,
sensitivity.
this would be the best place.
Are you in need of a sword?
Sword? No, I don't believe I said the word sword, did I? I'm not one for blades.
Oh, a phrase about a sword.
Oh, my statements earlier was that I prefer words above all else, but if need be, a blade is merely a tool used for peace.
A blade is no different than words. Both
Correct.
can be a tool.
It is fine, Zephyros. Truly. I merely, I was explaining to Zephyros that I hope that when walking with me it was not too much trouble, as I avoid harming wildlife. And I explained it is because if I can keep from ending a life, I feel more comfortable. But I also understand that sometimes a blade is needed for the sake of peace.
Yes, sadly.
For the sake of survival, very honestly.
Quite true.
Though I admit our kingdom of creatures who go bump in the night, you'll find that more times than not we would desire peaceful solutions before we choose to draw the blade.
Our histories are logged here. These 4 books on the table other than the other one. These are histories of the kingdom, though the original founding wars are not here.
Yes. A bloody time, dear and then.
It was bloody even after. But you are welcome to read them if they ever interest you.
Yes.
If I am to help those who are here of your kingdom or even neighboring lands, if you ever need the voice of a diplomat, it may be best for me to learn the history, so that I may call upon it, so that we do not make the same mistakes.
I will warn you. It is not a history that always paints us as good people. Humans were property for a long time here, and it was in response to the way they treated us.
If I may be so bold, right and wrong, good and evil, they're subjective. A hero can be the villain of another person's story at any given moment. You could save a village, but you massacred everyone else. It doesn't make you anyone's hero. It doesn't make you anyone's villain. It just makes you another person.
I'm glad that you agree that concepts of good and evil are asinine.
People who say that are often considered evil by many. I do not shirk away from that title, and we haven't in the past either. It is more that we don't care.
Yes.
If my voice as my weapon makes me evil, then so be it. Let me be the chains, or let me be the key. That is up for others to decide.
You are
You
too
know-
cute for people to call evil.
Halvin, it is not often I say this, and I will not repeat this, but for once, I agree with you. I like this one.
Wait. Hold on. I must write down the time and date. Continue.
By the way, these are two of the three members of the council. Archpriest Damien and Archmage Halvin. The third member is Oliver, General Oliver. You met him earlier. They are my three
Pleasure to
closest
meet-
advisors.
I don't usually involve myself in politics,
That is
Yara, because I get very annoyed and my mouth gets the better of me, and there's good reason why I stay out of it usually. I don't have the patience for it.
surprisingly the most peaceable of the three is the General of the Shroud, the armies.
Probably because he understands that he's gonna have to make all of the hard work should it come to blows.
Well, I think he just, if it is blood that we must spill, we must make sure it is the right ones.
I would also like everyone present to sign this document that archives what Damien just said as witnesses.
What was that? I'm sorry.
That I was right.
Right about what?
You forgot it already. That's okay. That's what the archive is for. Not to
If I
worry.
may,
Alright. Yes.
right, his words were that he agrees with you.
Okay, yes, even better.
I
I
never
don't-
stated she was cute one way or the other.
Oh my
Yes,
And that was your words, not mine.
I already know that I'm right, but that he agrees with me is a fairly newer state of things. Artemis, where are you going? Come
I'm
back.
running away! I
Come
don't
back.
know.
Problem is, Yura, is that he believes he's a grand wizard. If you feed his ego too much, he will.
I love all of you. Bye. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess not. Never mind.
I was leaving
Would
the doors
you-
open.
Care for a tour?
It's not much to tour.
Going on out there.
No
Well,
idea,
this is
but
true,
it looks
but-
like sparring. I was
Gonna
looking
go
for
find out.
violence.
I would not mind if you don't mind giving me a moment. This has all been quite a lot for my first day. Well, working.
Welcome to the kingdom. Although someone
Yes.
once wrote me a letter and said it should have been a queendom or I should have declared myself a king. So, fuck me, I guess.
Mm, the title king or queen does not matter. You rule, your majesty.
Cool.
Agree.
More like I'm trying to find the time and energy to go lie down, but I'm sure. Oh, there she is.
Nope, I'm not here.
Queen Artemis. This is
That's
Hati's
Daisy.
mother, Daisy.
Hello.
Hello there.
Pleasure to
Greetings,
meet
Your
you,
Majesty.
Finally met
She's the one who did not blend.
Wait, what?
So I knew Hati's father. And apparently
Oh.
you were a resident in Fairmont.
Yes, I was.
I don't think I ever got the chance to meet you back then.
See.
No, I don't think you did, Majesty. I was quite busy, quite devoted to a bakery and trying to keep my business up and running.
Oh, I was banished, so it probably wouldn't have been a very great deal of time I was in Fairmont. So,
I tried mostly to stay inside the walls where it was kind of deemed safe back in the day.
well, think there was only several fights in. There's like 2 fights in the walls. It was fine.
Well, I mean, there might have been a few fights inside the walls, but my bakery was repeatedly broken into.
Oh. I can tell you that that wasn't us.
Apparently,
was
it
the
was
other
Lycan,
Lycans.
though.
We didn't have any Lycans at the time. We were a group of Fae, but
Yeah, it was Lycans at the time.
but it was Maval.
I can account for the amount of Lycan drool that I found all over the place, and you know,
What?
paw prints in the flour.
The baby in the shower thing. Oh, Monday you're talking about. Don't do that.
Yeah, it was difficult back in the day. But I've recounted too much of that story that is depressing, and I would like to not discuss it no more.
I'm sorry. I just find it really fascinating that the old wolves would break into a bakery and like steal bread.
What
Oh,
I
it
would like
wasn't
to know,
just bread.
Oh.
from what I've heard, oh, is that okay? That sounded very ominous.
What did?
Oh,
Like, are you implying that they all were also stealing you, or that they were also stealing, like, I don't know, baked goods or something?
well, if you want the account of it, they stole bread. Mostly all of the muffins that I had in the entire bakery. Cookies, brownies, pancakes, croissants, cakes. And at the time, my pet bird was also taken, and there was actually an incident where I was held captive.
They did have a bad habit of taking women from Fairmont. I remember Raylan made off with what was her fucking name. They were in love anyways. It was fine.
What did Drax's voice sound like? When he wasn't yelling at people to die.
I don't
mean,
think I've ever heard him not yell or threaten. So that was, you know, he was captured once, and I got to watch him negotiate with what was that guard's name? Ferrex. That was mostly.
Well, I really don't know if I can answer those questions for you, to be honest.
perhaps more importantly, is your bakery operational
Yes.
at the moment?
We're getting there. It's just kind of a matter of getting everything good to go and ready.
You
It's
take
just
custom orders.
Yeah, of course.
You make waffles.
You know, I've heard that request before. I'm trying to remember who was saying it.
Probably us.
At
to be
the
fair.
at the most, I can suffer pancakes. I don't know if I can make waffles happen just yet.
Okay. How about a pastry, like a savory pastry, stuffed with as much yellow cheese as you can fit in it, and still be portable.
Are you talking about like a savory meat pie kind of thing? That situation?
Well, the cheese is the most important. I guess meat could be in it. I could take it or leave it. Like a cheese pie thing, but like a portable.
So you want a
one.
quiche?
I don't know.
Quiche
I don't.
is an egg.
That word means nothing.
Egg and
to me.
cheese.
No, but it's egg, not pastry dough.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought they did have pastry dough as well.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Good night.
I can.
I love you.
Oh, wait. Let me do good night.
I shall also be off then.
I'll catch you tomorrow, alright?
We shall come stop by the bakery tomorrow to say hi.
Think
Of
about
course,
it.
that'd be great.
I'll
I'll see what I can.
I'll
I
pay,
can scrounge
I'll
up
pay
for
good money
recipes
for a
with that.
pastry like that. Yes.
Good night, Daisy. It was nice meeting you.
Yes,
Sounds
you
like
did
a
Good
good
night,
dream
Lord
come.
Halverin. Good night, Queen.
Good night, Rick.
Oh no, I was just saying goodnight to them.
I'm gonna need my boots back, by the way.
Don't know what you're talking about. You were face down. You didn't see who took them.
I
There
was
were
told
witnesses.
by witnesses.
It was real nice
Don't know
talking
what
to you,
you're
Rick.
talking about. See you, Daisy.
I do apologize if we took you by surprise with a lot of questions very quickly.
It's just I think for me it's always a little interesting, you know. Try to think back 200 years to some different things, and it's coming back to these lands it brought up a lot of memories. So
I've been here. It was strange that
Good
they all
ones?
disappeared, though. The halls went empty towards the end of the war, and I had no idea that they had kids. Or he had kids.
Wait, plural?
Well, you have 2 sons, I thought.
I do have 2 sons.
Skull is the other one, yes?
Are they twins?
They're fraternal twins, yes.
Okay.
It
Oh.
it was it was an interesting history, and well, you have to forgive me if I get a little emotional about it.
Oh, of course.
Having to raise 2 boys on my own without their daddy is it was hard.
I can imagine. I'm still just flabbergasted by it, though.
Oh, what? Why?
I only ever know Draxus is a death machine.
I'm sure that the history books will say that a lot, and people with their old accounts will definitely think that.
No, it wasn't that I disliked him in any way. Don't take it to mean that. He was a good ally. I just... The only time I ever saw him, heard him, was fighting by his side. And then after every fight, he would go.
Yeah, I mean, calling him that and giving him that title, it's appropriate because it's true. It's not wrong. Is what I'm not gonna say that it's not true. It is true. So that is what it is.
It's not entirely all there is what you're saying?
Yeah, of course. One of my first interactions with him actually was, stupidly enough, giving him some bread.
What was
and
in the
he
city?
was. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. What was that?
Was he in the city?
Yeah, he was.
Apologies, I know that there was history in Fairmont before we arrived, but by the time we came, most of the wolves were mad, and our interactions with them were limited. The only one I spoke to with any length was Raylan. Vival once, and Draxus never.
I understand that you're curious about him. I just hope that, I hope that you're gentle with the information that you have about the past when it comes to talking to Hattie about stuff.
I have nothing but fond memories of the wolves. The only ever incident I had was I asked for their help when we tried to open a gate home, and they never came. Everything else, nothing but good things.
I appreciate that. It's not something that I've discussed, at length with my boys about. It's not something I ever really wanted them to be exposed to until they got older. I mean, obviously now they're older, so I'm sure that they're gonna have questions and everything.
I did not realize the impact of the old halls on him, though. He asked me a question, I answered it genuinely.
You mean for Hattie?
He asked me about the order, and I told him.
Well, that would explain a few things, I guess.
We always considered them sacred.
Mother. I just want to say you're a good mother, Daisy.
Oh, thank you so much. I think you were. Oh, it was. I think I called that earlier, but I wasn't sure how to say it properly.
Halvarin. It's okay. My wife still has trouble pronouncing it, even almost 80 years later.
I think it's right to call those halls sacred because they were. There's a lot of history and a lot of importance there, and a lot of it got skewed and probably lost in, different kind of translation. And they were dark days. There's not really another way to look at it, really.
I think, for what it's worth, if there is anywhere that will present the history, at least of those days, and from that perspective, as undiluted as possible, it will be here.
They were right. You know, there was something wrong in Fairmont. They were right.
You know, I have to agree with you, Your Majesty. I think that is part of the reason why some of the things that happened to me did. And I think it was, well, it's just me being a romantic at heart, I think, if I say what I'm thinking. I think a lot of what happened to me back then is, because Draxus, he knew what was going on and he wanted to keep me safe. In his own weird roundabout way of doing terrible things.
Draxus as a protector. Now there's a thought. An interesting thought for sure.
I will say, when I stood on the battlefield, as long as I knew not to stand too fucking close to him, I felt pretty fucking safe around him.
Oh yeah, you know, that maintained, you know, and
I
tried to
never
instill
had
the same kind of things to the boys.
I never had the dubious pleasure. I only ever heard stories of the Death Blender.
It was a stupid title I gave him. I would love to hear you talk about your experience, what happened before we arrived. I don't think the time when I was there and when you were there overlapped very much.
No, probably not. But well, when I was about, there wasn't much good going on, and it wasn't until a lot later that things started to make sense or were explained or, you know, got good. There was quite a few times when I was, to put it honestly, brutalized by the Lycans.
I can believe that.
But knowing what I know now, you know, what a lot of people understand is that they were driven to the, you know, the absolute brinks of insanity and even beyond that.
The original members, the founding members of the pack here, were down in the soul well, the thing that drove them all mad, and I watched it rip into their minds. It was those women who experienced only the very end of it. I can't imagine being here for centuries and experiencing it thrumming under the ground.
Yeah. I was a bit hesitant to return and bring my boys here, to be honest, but it seemed like the right time.
I mean, these are the ancient hunting grounds of the old wolves.
From someone who has partaken in a pilgrimage of identity, let's say, Daisy, I think you made the right decision in the long run. They needed to know these things. They needed to experience these things, to grow, to know who they are and where, in order to move forward to who they can be.
Well, the next time you see either of my boys, will you make sure that they stop by back at the bakery and, you know, come see their mama?
You know you're always welcome in the keep, right?
I don't think I've had the pleasure yet, but I've been real busy trying to get the bakery prepared.
Well,
Do you like to come inside?
I'm excited for when you have baked goods because I like food. So,
Yes.
I would love
Speaking
to have
of
a
the
tour.
bakery, yes, we can do that, right?
I was gonna say I would love to have a tour, but I actually have some time-sensitive items
fine.
that I don't want to spoil.
Go. Oh,
Before you go,
We do provide services in regards to daily deliverables. And if that's something you have any interest in.
Oh, absolutely. I've got a sign down by the bakery, and I've got a box that you can drop things into, and I also got a preservation box out there with some ice in it, so things don't spoil and go off.
No, it's
Where is your...
deliveries to the market. I have to yell at Hadi all the time to take these deliveries in. We do them in bulk, so that citizens
that's
can.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I will. I'll keep that in mind, and I'll make sure to see how you set that up. But I'm gonna go take care of this stuff before it all starts to go off. It was very nice meeting you, Your Majesty, and we'll talk more.
One last thing before you go. If there's anything you need, any sort of assistance with the bakery, don't hesitate to reach out to me personally. I would love to invest.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Enjoy your day.
Daisy.
You too. You too. Stay safe.
Have these trees always been there? These
Big
palm
ones.
trees?
Nope, that's Issa.
Okay.
There's something on the ridge. Not been there for a while, but there was something on the ridge.
Should... Okay. I guess we're going.
What?
It's fine.
Horses make sparkles.
You sure you weren't seeing a plant?
Halvern.
Hmm?
Do you not see the fire?
Is that not supposed to be there?
No, I don't think the figure next to it is there usually either.
Suppose we'll go say hello. Oh. I know this man.
Oh.
back?
Never left, actually.
What?
I wandered about a bit for a while.
Your father's here.
What?
And Issa and Zork and Marcus.
Fish lady. She told me, to, they were coming at some point, but
Yeah.
I don't mean to intrude, I just,
You're not intruding, Pox. No more than anyone else is. Which is not to say that anyone is intruding.
How are you?
well, have a tent. A spot for myself. And just thinking a lot. It's really all I really do these days.
Are you well?
I'm breathing. I am breathing.
You could have said something.
Well, not sure what I'm supposed to say. Didn't exactly get to say goodbye.
No. No. Didn't.
You've been out here in this world for these decades?
More or less. It's been nice, roam the lands again outside the the Fey place.
Yes, I suppose the trees don't shift every time you turn around here.
Spend a lot of time alone. In there, you tend to try and stick to what you know. It's a lot easier.
Drink your water, dear.
I did. But I'm back. For better or worse. I guess.
Can I give you a hug?
Always.
I am... Oh! Well, on the bright side, you don't have to worry about me just wandering off and not saying where I'm going. Ever again.
Because he's grown as a person and would never do that, right?
Yes! Yes, that's what I mean.
Look, I was only 21.
Yeah. Everything went so fucking sideways so fast.
So I'm quite surprised to hear of some. I'm surprised my father's here. Without my mother, I'm surprised Ash is here.
She killed Percival.
Did they? Wait. Is the orcs here?
Yes. Listen. Don't. No. He's here with some others. Not anyone we knew, but he was looking for Ash, and they're back together, and it's fine.
It's not. But I have no say in it anyway. Where's my father?
I think his is the house on the end. But
I will talk to him later.
he will be glad to know that you are here. And
Really?
I think so. He does not remember your mother, by the way.
My mother. He does not remember her.
No, I don't quite understand it, but
Hmm.
Morange, thank you for the follow. She's the only one River's not looking for.
Haven't seen them in... Actually, haven't seen really any of them. Any of them. Since then. Not since, Ash was taken. You left. I haven't seen anyone.
Marcus,
Last people I saw were Alaric and Alara. They left.
I've seen neither hide nor hair of them.
They didn't like the idea of everyone leaving, so instead of telling me where they went, they just left. Everyone just left. Sure, I could have left. Easily. I took a piece of every tent with me. Couldn't carry all of it, despite how much I wanted to.
My keeper issued a summons with the huntsman, and I was afraid, and I am sorry that I didn't tell you.
You couldn't. You were angry. I believe your last words to me were, "Did you know?" I didn't know, I didn't know no one knew.
I would have never willingly traveled with the kin-kind of my keeper.
I know that now. Spent a lot of time thinking on it anyway. Eventually I found other things to worry about and think about. But I never forgot them. Not a single one. if you don't go by it, it's hard for me not to call you Mayfly.
You're not the only one struggling with it. I've gone by a lot of names since then. They're all just titles anyways. I got my name
And my
back.
name hasn't changed in that time either.
Horn?
Sound of the horn.
That's a herd call.
That's all too familiar.
It's a farce. It's 3:30 in the morning! It's 3:30 in the morning, fine. Why does things happen at 3:30 in the morning? Whatever, it's fine. I apologize, Fox. I have duties. I should have just gone to fucking bed. I don't know why anything happens at 3:30 in the fucking morning. It's not your fault, Sepharis. Thank you for the information.
Over Damien, Zephyrs.
You're welcome to come along, Fox, if you want to.
I think it's best if I don't.
Okay. Sorry, Artie.
Why is it always 3:30 in the fucking morning?
Be strong. The day will end. Just be strong for a little while longer, please. Just a little while longer.
Raptor. Yeah, no, it's okay. I was fine with that. I wasn't fine with the, like, political roleplay at 3:30 in the morning.
Game face on for just one more scene. Take a few deep breaths before we go in.
I'm fine.
For example, if I were to, let's say, if I am harmed by someone who is not of this land, and I come here to find shelter away from them, knowing that this is my place of safety, but you mere 30, 40 feet away from me, welcome them into your home, how do I feel as your neighbor? Fear. Would you not agree?
I would not, because I'm not going to stand and watch someone die on my doorstep.
I am not saying to ask and watch someone to die on your doorstep. I am saying that there are others who... If someone were to harm someone you cared for, but then needed aid, would you aid them?
Yes, most likely I would.
And there lies the center of where we may disagree. Well, I say we as though I'm speaking for the kingdom. My apologies. It does make sense that you would wish to, as your sanctuary does depict, aid others. You wish to help and to bring goodwill, and I understand this. I agree with this notion, and I agree with your standing. Truly. It is what I wish for as well. But I also know that you cannot be friends with everyone, unfortunately.
Well, it's good that you don't have to be friends in order to aid someone that is injured.
Yes, but once again I state, if someone were to torture one of your sisters, leave her on your doorstep bloody, and then come back because they were harmed by someone else, looking for your aid. Would you help them?
Yes, because it's not a fair fight to take someone down if they are already low.
And to me, if they, after harming someone I care for, I truly love and cherish, then came to ask me for my assistance so that they would not die at the hands of their enemies that they have created, I only paint a target on myself and my loved ones even more for the sake of someone who already did us harm. I find that to not be the wisest decision. Why should the life of my loved ones be raised to equal as those that would take their lives from them? It's simply not fair.
But we're not talking about torture and all of that stuff. That's
But
the conversation you've led us to.
I am merely stating this as one of the worries that the kingdom holds, as Her Majesty has told me herself, that if her enemies, those who have come to harm her people, her loved ones, to harm those who would protect these lands, then needed assistance and shelter, and they turn to you at their doorstep on their land, you understand where that may cause conflict, fear, and worry to spread across the kingdom.
And there is the disagreement. Where we live is our property.
It is not.
It is not.
This is your understanding.
That's your understanding. And you're welcome to have that, and we're welcome to have ours.
This land has been ours for over 200 years. It has been the home of the Wolfpack, Fenrir's children. It is a holy land, their hunting grounds. It is not yours to simply come in and take as you wish.
Now, I understand that. Truly, I do understand the wish to have your home be that of your own, without the force or a governing factor to tell you and dictate what you may and may not do. There are ways around such a thing. For example, I know Her Majesty would prefer to be the one to bring this to you, to all four of you. But something as an oath, a swearing of fealty to Her Majesty, would mean that your land would be exactly that. Your land, however, it would be a house under the kingdom's banner, if that makes sense. That if the kingdom were to need aid, that you would lend aid. If you need aid of the kingdom, they would lend aid. A give and give situation, not give and take. However, it is also with the understanding that should conflict, war even, arrive, that the kingdom will ask that you not help those that would bring more harm to your neighbors. And I believe that is quite fair in true honesty. But with such, you would have a title, a ownership entirely of the land, ladyship for all four of you.
Listen, this is not how this works. I will discuss how noble houses work.
Yes, Your Majesty. My
Noble
apologies.
houses are in groups, associations. Their liege, their lord, is granted a title and administrative rights of properties, not ownership. The land belongs to the kingdom. The land belongs
My
to the kingdom
apologies
either
for my
way.
miswording, Your Majesty.
Now, if you are part of the kingdom, you are part of the kingdom. I will not tolerate people on the land that are operating against the kingdom. Do you understand?
I would agree, Zephyris. However, Miss Aya made a point that she would prefer not to be in enclosed spaces in case of negativity from this discussion. Out of respect of the guests before us, I believe staying out here is quite fine. Yes?
laws of hospitality itself would prevent us from doing any harm to those that we invite inside for discussions as this. You would enter in and you will leave as simply as you came.
Perhaps the Temple of Twilight, then. There are no doors, as it is an open temple.
This is true as well.
I can go for no doors.
Then this way.
Pox upon your mind.
Good boy.
No. This is a temple. No blood shall be shed here.
Well, not in that way, anyways. Why have you come to this lands?
You hear me live here?
You live upon the cursed plateau that the ancient keep was on.
Yeah, around the snow. Yeah.
Why here?
If I.
I like the location.
We did too, and then it was cursed. Probably still is, actually. But it is still part of the kingdom. You need to understand that. It will remain part of the kingdom.
If I may, and I'm sorry, I have not gotten the rest of your names to memory just yet. But did you know of the location at which you were moving when you moved? Did you know that it was upon the edge, but still the land of the kingdom?
No, that
Not,
came
no.
later.
Apologies, say again.
I was merely asking if the four of you knew upon building your sanctuary that it was a location which was owned by the kingdom, that it was occupied land, so to speak.
It was quite clear when I started putting foundations down.
I'm making sure that that is known to all parties that are here, and that is stated as an honest fact.
So you knew it was in the territory?
They did not.
No.
Okay.
That's what I couldn't understand when you spoke.
To follow up on such information, now that you do know, I understand not wishing to be under another's banner. However, it is understood that the land was already claimed. Yes? It has been such for over 200 years.
And please understand, I am not a mouthpiece for all of my siblings. They can all have their own opinions as well that differ from mine.
Correct. My statements are not just to you, Aya. It is to all yourself and all of your sisters.
For a moment, actually, if we would. Introductions. I am Queen Artemis Duskmorn, Monarch of Night Hollow. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking of?
Daya, writer of short notes.
Did you say Naya?
Daya.
Particularly rude
Aya.
note.
Ada.
Anna.
And if the far one spoke, you might be too far for me to hear you.
I don't think she speaks.
No, I
I'm
think
pretty
she...
sure the cat no tongue.
She has not wished to give her name thus far.
It was more I thought she might speak the way Zafaris does. And was concerned I could not hear her. And you know the rest of them or no?
The other names, yes. Well, actually, I know all 4 names due to the notice board outside of the sanctuary. Aya, Ava, Ada, and Anna. Or is it Ada? I apologize. I'm making sure I pronounce your name correctly.
It's Ada.
This is Archmage Helvrin Duskmorn, Archpriest Damien Helsung, and Lady Zafaris.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Now you must find it, first of all. Why 3 a.m.?
We all happen to be around. And there is a chance that some of my siblings may feel differently than I. And so say the 3 of them decide here that they have no issue with it, and I say, well, I'm the odd one out, and I'd go home peacefully and go to bed. Anything we hear, anything we discuss here will be of our own opinions, not practiced or rehearsed beforehand, because this is probably the first time of them are even hearing about it.
Yes, I woke up and was told me we're getting on horses.
Are you in the practice of going to lands and declaring independence?
No, quite inversely. I have my house. I quite like where it is. And I want to live there, not to worry about what anyone else tells me to do in my own home, or... Seems like a very simple life.
Have we told you what to do as of yet?
No, and that's why I wasn't even going to come. You're over here, and you could say and claim whatever you want, but I could operate over there however I want to, but I figure while we were all awake, I'd have them come down here, we could all share our opinions on it publicly. Because I am of the mind, and any of my sisters can correct me if they feel differently. I live in my home, and I will handle my home on my land how I please, and help who I want when I want.
You are not on your land, you are on my land.
But I do not recognize your rule to it, because it is my home.
It doesn't matter if you recognize the rule or not. The rule is there the same.
Going to foreign land and declaring it yours is squatting and illegal.
I don't mind them
Right.
living on the land and claiming it as their home, but it is not their land. It is still under a kingdom. It is part of the kingdom, it has been.
Right, but watch how easy this is. That land that my home resides upon is now a kingdom. I am placing myself as the queen of it, and by my law, that is now legal.
Then you
so
are declaring.
You're declaring a war of independence, then?
No, I'm simply using your own analogy.
If I may, The difference is that it is not an analogy for them. It is merely how it has been for 200 years. There are history books. There truly are. I was offered to go through and read them myself.
Well, it has been mine for 3 days, and I've grown quite attached.
And they are not asking you to leave.
Can you let
No.
the Queen speak for herself, please? If she has things she wants us to do, don't mind her telling us.
My difficulty is you came, what was it, last night? The night before? And declared to one of my knights that you are contesting our territory, which fairly clearly recognizes our territory.
No, I
That-
said I'm contesting your claim.
Oh, it's...
No, we don't want your territory.
That is not what we've been told. We've been told, and I believe it says on your notice board, that you are claiming everything west of the river, which is ours.
God's sakes.
Indeed.
Why do we want a river now?
Oh, we don't want a river. We are claiming everything to the west of the river to come here, then negotiate and use that as a stepping point to backtrack and settle in the medium ground, which is just our house.
No.
I don't want a river.
I don't want the river either. I just want the house.
Stop telling people you do then.
But you got to start at one point and haggle your way backwards.
We're not haggling. This is not a negotiation. What you are asking is something at a national level. Are you declaring yourself a nation?
I'm not asking anything. What I am telling you is that I have come here to discuss with you, and if you had a negotiation to these facts, but what is going to happen? By my sister's input, of course, I'm not going to make excuses. I am going to go home and rest my head in my bed in my home on my land, and know that I'm not going to wake up to a notice saying that you've gone to war with someone and I have to fight because I do not recognize your rule in my home.
1. You are not a noble house. You do not owe banner lords. You don't owe any men to serve. All that we request of the citizens is they do not aid the enemy, as that is treasonous.
And that means negotiations are a non-starter because I will not be told that I have to sit and watch a person die in front of me.
Then
I don't
live
mind
in
watching
neutral
people die.
territory. There are places that are unclaimed around the world, but you moved somewhere. That is. And you recognize that it was, because you came here, contesting. Which is something that is done, again, at a national level, not the man arguing with the governor of whether they own the house or not. I don't care about the house. It is a building.
Two things, Your Highness. You've spoken multiple times now about an enemy. Who is this enemy? And second of all, as my sister did state, she had laid the foundation. Had you seen that it was on your property, why was it not brought up at the point before she started building?
Apologies, which one was speaking?
Anna.
First point again. Say it again.
You keep speaking of an enemy. Who is this enemy that you refer to?
It is a general term. There have been wars and civil strife in the history of this kingdom. At the moment, there are no wars, there are no standing enemies. In fact, this is the first time we've heard of another nation actually arising since the fall of Fairmont. What was your second point?
As my sister stated, she had laid a foundation before she started building. If this piece of property was so very important to you, why did you not speak to us before construction was underway?
I believe I did speak to you. I greeted you. I told you where you were. We were in your house, I think, several times. You introduced yourselves that this was a healing facility of some kind. We have no issues with hospitals. There are many people here that would seek aid.
Indeed, we've had no issue at all with the fact that you all have been there. Until it came to the point that you simply stated that We declare this is ours, and you are not our governorship. We will not listen to you, and we will take your land from you. This is when we've had an issue. This is the issue.
Is it necessary, in your opinion, for me to go to every house in the kingdom and tell them, "Hi, you live here. I have issued summons to the knights now, so that every house will now receive one"?
I mean, if you don't want them there, tell them. Yeah.
We
Don't want you
have,
in my kingdom. Please move.
do not have any issue with residents and citizens in the kingdom. Again, not an issue that you live there. The land
Yeah, they
is...
just want us to be able to tell us what to do there.
No. Honestly, you can grow mushrooms or heal people or whatever. The issue becomes when you declared independence. That's the issue. Because at that point,
Beautiful.
you're a foreign operating system, or at least you're trying to be.
So if you go to war with the group and they kill 7 of your men, then come by our place on the way home for healing. We have no issue with that. We're good then.
Say that again. I'm sorry, I'm not following. It's literally 4 a.m.
That is
So
not what Her Majesty stated, and you well know.
Oh, she has no issue with what we're doing in our home. We can heal who we want. I believe that is exactly what she said.
Subject to laws and rules while in a foreign kingdom, while a
No,
citizen
they
of a
are
kingdom.
citizens of a kingdom. It would be as if you were to aid an enemy. If there were an enemy, that would be treasonous.
Right, and what I am letting you know is that I am going to do what I want in my own home.
Yes. So murder is okay in your kingdom, then, is what you're telling me?
What the? How did
Who's
you get
being
there?
murdered?
No, if someone comes and I just sit there and watch them die when I could have saved them, that to me is the same as killing them.
But hang on. We're getting so far ahead of ourselves for no apparent reason. Who has been to
I mean,
our
they
place
don't want
dying that we've helped?
I don't want to be prevented from healing those who would come to the doorstep.
Then go to a territory that isn't claimed.
Or, I can say this. If you wish to help those who are injured, go to where they are injured. But I won't, again, this is the twisting you are doing. If there is a war, and this is the context, and this really comes down to, again, you attempting to declare independence, which I can only understand you would do if you wish to aid those that are not our friends. It seems as though you came in with a very hostile intention towards the leadership and kingdom and nation you are in. Why?
On the contrary, after hearing what y'all were about and everything, we would have been so in line, helping others, bashing, help those who cannot help themselves. My main prerogative is helping those who are sitting out here in shacks of 1 to 2 people, not feel like they're left out of anything. Help supply them if they need to. They have food, they have water, horses to get around. I'm quite a hospitable person and quite calm.
So why the
I will not be told what to do in my own home.
Let me ask you a question then. Should we be grateful then that 3 days ago, when you were looking around for locations, that you did not take a sign in to where our keep is lying, that you would not start putting foundations around it and claim it as your own because you liked it? You think that's how property works?
Well, it was quite obvious you live here on account of the giant castle being present.
Is that not what was done when you took the kingdom 200 or so years ago? You said, I like this plot of property. This is
We
mine
did not
now.
take the kingdom. The kingdom had already been claimed by the order itself. We
Okay.
came into an inheritance.
No.
Of
And
it.
did they not do the same?
Listen, stop. It was not a kingdom, it was an ancestral hunting grounds. The old wolves that laid claim to this territory still roam, but they are not a formal nation. we founded a nation. There was no usurpation, there was no declaration of independence or anything along those lines.
How far away do I have to move my house to not have to deal with all this nonsense?
Honestly, you probably could have gone like 2 miles north, you would have been fine. Like, the college is not in the territory. Zaris's tower is not in the territory.
I don't want to live that close to the college. Is there like somewhere closer to us that I can just move my house to? Just a bit further north?
Give them the map of the territory,
Yes,
please.
we do have a map. Oh, do I have an extra book? One moment. Oh, that didn't work. There's a map of the territory there. Is it bad that I just have these things in my pockets?
No.
No, it's rather helpful, thank you.
And then there may be a day you'll actually need something, and it's going to be the one document you left at home.
It would be the one document I left at home.
It always is.
Ugh.
Yes, I'm just gonna go home and move my own part of the house to a territory that's not someone else's, and then y'all can heal whoever you want, and I'm gonna get about my day. Pleasure to meet everyone. Have a nice day.
Pleasure.
How reasonable that was.
I am more curious, what the hell spurned your declaration?
I like my house. I like where it is.
Yes, but what spurned your declaration instead of just doing what you were doing and carrying on as you carry on?
No, by being in the rule, you would be able to come in and tell me what I can do with it. Maybe you don't want me healing someone today. Maybe it's an enemy. Maybe tomorrow you don't like that I have silver utensils. Maybe my lawn's too tall. Maybe I have trash in my yard.
But
Where do you stop?
something spurned this. Something caused this. What?
Oh, finding out I was in your territory.
Oh.
So 2 days ago was the first that you realized you were in a territory, even though it had been mentioned to you prior.
No, I had actually ran into your queen a couple times. She had been to my place and made no mention of it being her kingdom.
I think I specifically mentioned you were on the old cursed grounds, but neither here nor there, so you knew about it a day after you moved in.
No, I found out the day I showed up, which was 2 days ago.
Yes. So you've lived there a day and decided that, well, I should have been there sooner.
It's a nice place.
And better yet, you moved in and took a presidency without researching the land itself. Learning whose kingdom was what and where.
Miss, I understand your best case scenario, that you are given the land you want and you get to do what you want with it, but realistically, how did you see this going? You must have known that, surely, you must have some experience with what constitutes a nation and that this wouldn't just fly. What did you think was going to happen?
Making you fully informed that I intend to keep my house in my rule, doing what I want, and beyond the negotiation, you can do with that information what you will, and it will not become to you as a surprise when I do what I want with it.
After you say this, what did you think the reaction was going to be when you declare that you are taking a part of the land that belongs to a different nation for yourself?
It's entirely up to how negotiations work, or you wouldn't like it. Didn't really care.
We are being very gentle with you at the moment. We are negotiating with you, not really, but I have not sicked an entire pack of wolves on you for treasonous behavior, declaration of independence in a war. We didn't do that. I like to assume that this was ignorance and not malicious behavior. This is not a negotiation at a kingdom level. You must understand that.
Right, I think the fundamental breakdown is to approach you and negotiate at a kingdom level, I would have to recognize your ruling over my home, which I do not. So it's not a kingdom level discussion, anything for me. It's me letting you know that I'm going to treat that land as mine.
No.
If
If
I
you wanted to
may.
negotiate something or purchase, which was brought up, that's more than fine. Your court, of course. If not, so be it. You're aware of my intentions now.
If I
The
may.
rest of you, the two of you, do you think the same way?
I
Never
have already
liked being
stated my
told-
intention.
Sorry, one at a time.
Apologies, go ahead.
Oh, I have already stated. I'm not going to be told that I have to watch someone die.
Right, but are you willing to stay here regardless of what consequences your theft will bring upon you?
Let me ask her this.
Hold on.
Ida.
Good question. Let her answer it. Like, you must know, some of you must have the wherewithal to understand that saying this is all well and good, but will bring consequences. Are you willing to face them because you like the location?
I am willing to stay. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I just didn't know if you realized the question was directed towards you.
It was, yeah.
No, I didn't actually. I'm sorry. But no, family is important. And I would do what the sisters decide, more than likely. Although I don't know that I would be comfortable if they decide to stay.
So you have no opinion, no vote. Okay. The other sister then. Anna, was it?
Yeah, Anna.
I ask you the same question.
Never liked being told what to do. I'm just here to help people. And I will not abandon my sisters. If my sister says she's staying, I'm staying.
One of your sisters already said she was going.
That's her prerogative, but I am not her, and she is not me.
Maybe try to convince your somewhat suicidal sister that it's best to just pack up, go 2 miles north, and solve the whole issue entirely.
And are you going to provide us the resources and the man hours to rebuild our home? You do have to understand that it is an investment in time and resources that my sister has spent building the home.
If I may, what I wish to offer before the rudeness of your other sister in her demands for the queen to speak, I was going to offer myself personally in assisting with not only the construction but the moving of your home. As I've told Aya myself earlier when she and I spoke, that I'm here for the sake of a peace. I would prefer not for there to be any conflicts to arise. But however, it seems that the tone of one sister is aggression. The tone of another is also aggression. I ask that the two who have not shown aggression please make way for peace. Please. If assistance is what you need, I will gladly give it. I will not offer such of the kingdom, but myself as an individual who lives here.
I have a question.
I've only just arrived.
One thing at a time, Damien.
I have only just arrived, a day after you. And already I am placed in the middle between two sides of conflict. I am asking those of the sanctuary who speak of wishing to help others to help me. You cannot do your work when you are under the gaze of another, as your sisters are saying. You will not work where you can be told what you can and cannot do. Thus, in knowing the territory boundaries, you can move. If you need assistance, it can be given. But if you wish to stay out of stubbornness, as Aya has stated, she likes where she lives, and I can understand. However, despite liking the location, that doesn't mean it is the best for all. If you wish to build a sanctuary, you must find a place that is welcoming to as many as possible. When within the lands of another, you must agree to their rules.
If it is assistance with moving that will sway you, that is something we can negotiate, but it is very late and you seem to be very not much on the same what's the phrase? Not much on the same. Yes. So unless Her Majesty has something to add, I believe Damien has a question. We'll get to that, but perhaps you should all discuss amongst yourselves, figure out what you're actually what your stance will actually be, because it's all well and good to say that you're individuals, but when it comes down to if one person is staying, then we're all staying, then figure out if, suppose one person is going to stay no matter what, or if you're willing to be moved with assistance or not, and then we can discuss again at a more appropriate time. But that's what I think. Artemis, Damien?
I am going to say this, and this is going to be the end of the conversation. Your options are an oath of fealty to the kingdom, as I will not have people who live in the kingdom who are not loyal. I would not usually ask this of individuals, but you are large enough to be a noble house and shall be treated as such if you remain or leave. Do you have any questions?
No, I will just offer my closing statements.
May
Pending
I-
nothing moving further, I will be going home to my house and my land, treating it as mine, and you can do with that information and proceed how you will. Should there be no talks after this?
Say the last part again.
Should there be no further discussions, this meeting will be adjourned till a later time. Understanding that I will be
I
treating that
have had a
location as my
question that
own.
I've been trying to ask for quite a while now, but everyone seems to wish to speak and not give me presents. Do you wish to continue, Aya?
Continue what?
Speaking.
Damien, speak.
Well, that was it.
My question is, Ada, you state that you do not wish to be told that you cannot heal somebody. What if I offered you a different alternative? An alternative to heal who you wish. But if we are at war, and they are the enemy, you must turn them over after you've healed them. It would be the same as if someone were to hurt your sister and then come to you for aid. You heal them and then you turn them over for trial.
Just something I'd be willing to think on.
This is the only stipulation that we have had this whole conversation. Is if we are at war, we did not wish you to harm or to assist the enemy. Now, if it is a question of whether or not you can heal them, and Queen, please interject if you may. I do not see an issue with you doing this, as long as there's an agreement that you would turn them over for trial afterwards. If this can come to an agreement, then I think you can stay where you are without issue and not have to worry about uprooting and moving. All parties would get what they wish.
I would get what I wish, but we are different, my sisters and I. So I can't say that the others would get what they were wanted.
Perhaps. But this isn't something that's not being told. It is an agreement between two parties. Otherwise, outside of this, we have no desire to tell you what to do in your own home. The same as we would not desire you to tell us what to do either.
The concern is something that would act against the greater good of the nation. The citizens, the nobles, the residents, all.
Because while you are here, you are part of the nation. And if you don't recognize that, then there's...
That is the fundamental problem. You are here, you are our responsibility.
And our liability as well.
Whether you like it or not, you are part of a larger thing.
Aya can say as much as she likes that she liked the location and claims it as hers, but claim is the first step to owning territory. Some of you must know the next steps. Surely you can't all be... Surely someone must be able to see at least a few feet forward.
Yes, you can only claim what you are able to defend. And it is a lot easier for me to defend a house than for you to defend the entire islands.
What? Islands?
Are you planning
Highlands.
on taking over the entire Highlands? Aya?
It was more, are you
Oh,
threatening us?
not at all. I just want my house.
Do you
And
think
I'm
you can
giving
defend
you
it?
a solution.
No. Do you think you can defend it?
No, I
Against
was
the Shroud
responding
and the
to this
Knights.
man's claim.
Yes, because do you think you could defend? Like, what do you think is going to happen if we do not reach an accord here?
I don't think you would try to take my house, my land from me. And I think it would be a lot easier for me to defend that one home than for you to defend your claim to the entire area.
And you
And
can
yes, I
guarantee
think I will do well in the night.
successful, and that all of your sisters would survive the fighting because they would fight for you. They said so.
Why are
You're
healers so determined to fight with me?
You're all willing to throw your lives away because you like a location.
Why are you so intent that I'm a healer?
That is what I was told. Are you
No,
not
I
healing?
can heal. You have hooves. Are you a goat?
Not anymore.
I can't say the same. No, healing is something that I do, not what I am.
You have a very bad predecessor of a school of healing that resided very near there, who liked to pick fights with us and wars and did not win. I am not inclined to release dogs upon you, though they are biting to do so.
I'm not scared
Your
of a few dogs.
behavior has been arrogant and insulting. You've not come with any attempt at communication or understanding. You came declaring independence, which is an act of war.
Technically, we came to buy the land.
Buying land is done not that way. National. Buying land would be trading of parcels within established states. You can buy the land as part of an established state, but that does not
Perfect.
make
I'm
it
establishing the state of
yours.
sanctuary
Listen
on
to
plot
what I
land.
am saying. You are
Let's go.
still part
I'm
of the
done
kingdom.
dealing with children.
You do not let me finish, and you inject your statements. All right, this is the end of it then.
Okay, well,
If I cannot finish my sentence because she too is snarky, then that will be your head.
Let me at 'em.
Not tonight.
That could have been my hunt.
I don't see why it can't be.
I don't understand why she couldn't let me finish
Artemis?
my fucking sentence.
They wouldn't
'Cause they
let
don't
me
care.
speak, despite the fact that I was on their side.
hey,
Doctor.
one of the four is reasonable, two of the four are stubborn, one of the four is stupid.
Ash, inform the rest of the knights that they will be removed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Will do.
We will not be doing this.
One way or another?
Whatever means necessary.
Understood.
No kills, I would say, myself, but
Nothing
hey, that's
tonight,
how-
Ash.
Let it be
It is
tonight.
4:30 in the morning.
Yes, some of us should be heading to bed.
I wanted to go to bed an hour ago.
I tried to give them a peaceful solution.
Well, they didn't want one. She didn't want to listen to what I had to say. She wanted to pick a fight. That was her
Yes.
intention. I don't know why she wanted to pick a fight, but it was stupid either way.
We are four people, and it's easier for us to defend this one piece of land against your entire kingdom.
They literally had no. They're not gonna have any chance. At
They
all.
can't.
They
Like,
can't defend it against everybody. The pack, us, like whoever decides to back us. They're not. It's just a losing game for
The
them.
last time we had an issue with civil strife, we buried the leader in a coffin.
Zephyr.
We'll find another one.
Zephyrs.
As they must know that there has to be, they must have some trump card. There must be some reason why they're being this stupid.
I can figure it out if you want me to.
I'd be happy to think that Aya is just being incredibly stupid. I hope that's the case, but there's
I think she's being delusional.
I hope that's the case, but we have to account for the possibility that it's not.
Alright, well, miss.
I don't
Hey.
want this.
Marcus.
Foreigner.
We can discuss
We're
it
going to-
tomorrow, Ash. At this time, just make sure the doors are locked.
Understood. They
Damien.
ours are.
We're going to be going to war.
Ours are.
No,
The
it
pack
is
will
not
be
a
given
war.
freedom to attack.
It is not a war.
But not
What is
today.
going to
What the
happen is
hell's
we're going to.
on here, Ash?
We'll capture
People
them.
thinking They can just come into our land, claim it.
Zephyrs.
What's going to happen is
Prepare
they will be
making
captured, chained,
bombs.
embalmed, embedded in a coffin, and
And being
buried.
cocky, essentially, thinking that
Make as
rules
many
don't
as you
apply
can.
to them.
We will bury them the same way we buried the last
Bombs.
So,
The one river buried.
one.
give me 1 second.
Yes.
Alright, you're invisible for some reason.
Let's hope they're immortal then.
There you go, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Alright,
I
well,
know.
Oh,
I'm about to turn in for the night. I'm
We
quick
go
water.
out.
Make sure that the doors aren't wedged open, because I think they were earlier.
They were.
Alright, sorry.
Sorry, that
no,
was
you're
me.
fine.
I'm going to bed. I love declaring war on
Understood.
healers, except it's not a war. It's a revolt. And every time the mortals revolt, we put them down.
Oh, hello there.
You know, you can put them on the
Hello.
altar and cut their throats. That's fine.
As an invasion.
I just want to rip their throat out. That's all.
Oh, I missed something.
It's not
The Four Sisters or whatever, is that what you're talking
Mm.
about?
Cocky
Yes.
ass bitches who literally have no concept
Well,
of respect or how to
Actually,
do
it
things
would
properly.
be 3. One has decided to move out of the territory. on her.
Oh, let's not get too hasty. She might have said that out of just being
Yeah,
annoyed.
Mr. Ferris, make
Oh.
sure that
Get
the
some
ship
rest,
door
Art.
isn't wedged, please.
We will see.
What do you mean by wedge? You mean not open or what?
It's not
Yeah.
automatically, you know.
It doesn't
Uh,
close after you walk through.
Alright.
Because I think they were trying to be polite with some of the people, but they didn't want to come in.
And yeah, who is not part of the house and does not have keys, and she was fined. We did not want her being locked in.
Come on, Ash.
Damien, do you know where they live? They live on that lake, right? Or that
Yeah,
Yeah,
island?
they do.
They live on the river itself, of where the old kingdom used to be.
Oh, that river. Got it. Alright, cool. Thank you.
If you go down the God's Claw, you'll see them just to the left.
One moment. I'm very tired.
Well then.
I'm very frustrated.
It's been a long, frustrating day.
I do not understand people with death wishes. The woman did not want to hear what I had to say. She wanted to twist what I had to say.
Don't think about it anymore.
It is willful arrogance. And it will be dispatched. The woman will be buried. Alive, preferably. Maybe we'll dig her up in a bit and see if she still lives.
So wicked.
Only when I need to be.
It's been a lot of things in one day.
Yes.
You ready to lie down? There's another few minutes.
I cannot understand their arrogance, other than the fact that either they are backed or she is truly this idiotic.
She's either under times past, I would have thought that no one could be this stupid. Alright, I would think that 100% there is some backing there. I've been surprised by how stupid people can be since, so I do not discount the possibility entirely. But that would be if it was a single person, right? But it's 4 of them. For all 4 to share the same certainty, they must know something that they think we don't. I'm not saying that it'll work. I'm saying that it won't be quite as simple, probably.
That is the concern, isn't it? We must make sure to inform Oliver and the rest.
Tomorrow.
Yes. It is... The fact of the matter was she did not come here in good faith. None of them did.
Not really.
And that is my frustration, is the bad faith actors that they were.
Play the political game, dear. They came here so they can say they came here, and so that they can say that they looked for, you know, a compromise when they didn't. They're covering their bases. I want to believe that at least the one lady that left meant what she said, that she at least was reasonable.
It just... It was disgusting to me. you cannot. At least the thing with this is the difference between bratty children and political leaders. There is a difference between good faith and bad faith. At least with Einar, he acted in good faith. I did not like what he had to say, but he said it straight.
To think there would come a point where you'd miss Einar.
To think it would come a point where I would miss Einar. At least he
No,
was a king and not some idiot.
Yes, this Aya has been insulting at every turn. Normally I would attribute that to the deliberation, right? So all these slides, all these insults must have been deliberate. But it could be that she's just that stupid. I should hope so. Then we can simply remove them without killing anyone. And that'll be that.
I've always been very fond of the idea of burying your adversaries or the revolutionaries. I think it's not even a revolution.
I wonder if the Queen's still awake. Real quick, got a question for her. Went to bed or something.
Be very still.
I just got a question. I want to know if I should put the stuff in the boxes in the curio cabinet. It's got real fancy in it.
Yes, please fix it.
Alright, I'll do that for your queen, lady. Have a good night. That Helvin, man, he really smells. He really needs a shower.
Oi! These walls are paper thin, I swear.
Yes.
I triple layer Jaws. Need me.
Yeah, it's me. What's up? How you doing?
Nocturnus said to let you know he wishes sometime tonight.
Alright. Any like particular time frame there?
All I know is at the moment he has to go to his guild.
We'll deal with it, Artemis.
We'll deal with it tomorrow.
Whichever of the two cases,
I know
we'll deal
you're
with it.
busy and everything, but Haley said I should put down a bed. What do you think of this room? Is it okay? I don't know what kind of man he's like, and I think he's like a hunter or something, so... You think it's cozy or something, alright?
Yes, I think it's fine.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Good night, my dear.
Yes, you're welcome.
And I think the
Good
queen
night,
wants me to move the stuff that's in the boxes in the curio cabinet sorted a little
Alright,
bit.
guys.
That would be good.
Yeah. Something like some dark energy over here.
Catch you tomorrow.
There's lots of smoke and lots of ice.
Have a good evening.
Oh, we really need some
Bye.
light in here.